Hi everyone, hope you're all doing well, and let's talk about Workhorse. Workhorse has dropped absolutely huge in the last few hours as news has come out that the big bull case around this company, which was that it would get the United States Postal Service contract, it has turned out that they have not got their contract, and because of that the stock has just absolutely fallen off a cliff. And the company really became $1 billion company because they were rumoured to get this contract. Now, there's been a lot of stuff that's gone on with Workhorse. So we're going to be talking about Workhorse, we're going to be talking about the pump and dump, and we're going to talk about Jack Spencer, who has been very tied with this company over the last few months. Now, a few months ago, I actually brought a video out saying that I am really concerned about this company. There was a lot of red flags going on with Workhorse. We had a situation where we had a company that historically was paying YouTubers to promote its stock. We had a company that was very horrible on the profit side of it and burning through a lot of cash, a really awful balance sheet, a company where the insiders were selling out absolutely huge, and also a company with a management team, a CEO, a CFO, that have a company that potentially was in the running to win a major contract, but yet, and also burning through so much cash and not amazing balance sheet, a multi-billion-dollar company, but yet was prioritizing having multiple interviews with YouTube channels, and certainly with one channel in particular. And this one channel in particular must have had multiple interviews with this management team that were in the running for a big contract with a company that you think, $1 billion company that you'd think they'd be more focused on talking to or sorting out their company going forward, $1 billion company, rather than being on a channel that has 30k subs talking about it. And you'd think they would have bigger priorities rather than doing interviews. But clearly, it turns out that maybe the company was more focused on promoting their company, getting the share price up with value, so they could cash out their shares at a nice little bit of a profit, which they had history of doing it previously, which is great. And then we had the link of, I made a video saying that warning that YouTubers are getting paid to pump and dump stocks and promote stocks that they don't believe in, but just because they get a 10k plus cash payment to promote them, and that's why they're promoting them. They're not actually saying that, like, look, these are terrible companies, and yeah, they generally just posting it because they were more bothered about getting the money from that side of it rather than actually saying to the viewers about actual great stocks. And there was a lot of that going on, and it's just something that has changed so much on the YouTube scene, and why I called it out a few months ago and saying, look, this is a big red flag that's currently going on. And everything that I said on them videos 2 months ago, 1 month ago, YouTubers pumping up, it's all kind of like on the last 24 hours definitely come true. And it's sad to see, well, we have discovered one of the biggest scammers on the YouTube scene, one of the biggest frauds right out there, Jack Spencer, obviously paid to promote garbage stocks, where his priority is to take that cash from the payments rather than actually give his own honest opinion about companies out. And it's awful because I think over the last few years, the YouTube scene, on the stock market scene, has been something that has been fantastic, with amazing advice, with amazing YouTubers out. But unfortunately, the last kind of few months have attracted some people that generally don't know what they're talking about, that don't have that much experience, that put spec plays as number one positions, that apparently buy companies that they are willing to hold for the long term, but then sell out at a loss because they're not really bothered. They are not bothered. They don't have that much money invested into the companies. They do not care where the companies go. They are more bothered about, when am I getting my next big interview with this person, or when are you going to next pay me to promote this stock? And to them, it's more for their personal financial gain, and they don't really care about the investors that may come onto their videos. And that's really bad because, like I say, I think there's some amazing people that put amazing content out there on the YouTube scene, but we've just seen the tech change in the last kind of few months. And like I said, I did a few warning videos talk about this. I kind of put my channel on the line, talk about this and warning it, and hopefully that warning video did do very well. And hopefully that warning video has saved a few people from today where they might have got burnt on one of the pump and dump stocks, and hopefully that video saved some people's money. Unfortunately, I think that some people would have lost their hard-earned money that they invested on the opinion of these YouTubers, and certainly that one YouTuber that unfortunately was not really caring about people's finances, but more about getting his own personal gain, which isn't great. And at the time as well, that video was a big video, and I put my neck on the line. I also had a few people that actually messaged me that were like, oh, I don't know if that video was a correct video to do, but obviously, it turns out, it was probably a video that probably saved people some money from investing into these pump and dump stocks. And I think a lot of channels built up a great reputation of honesty, and it's so bad to see some channels come in here now to take payments to promote terrible stocks for personal gain. Unfortunately, that's what happens. And unfortunately, in the YouTube scene, especially what's going on right now, there's been an influx of new investors. These new investors are looking for stocks to go look into, and unfortunately, they don't really, the guys that have been in the stock market a little bit longer, have a bit more experience, or maybe just generally a little bit more streetwise, are like, oh, I'm not going to trust some guy with a camera on YouTube, which you should never do. You should never trust. You should always do your own research. But unfortunately, some people don't do that, and they probably have got sold this story of, oh, this could win this contract, it's going to be absolutely amazing, and it's going to go up absolutely huge. And unfortunately, then people might have got burnt over the last few days, which isn't great. Some of them people, it's all good at saying, like, always do your own research into a company, but unfortunately, some people aren't going to do. And unfortunately, these guys that can sell a story and show a couple of news articles, not even do research into the company, but just show a couple of news articles on the screen and go, oh, look at this news article, this is going to be amazing, and then obviously it's all fallen apart in the last few days. And yeah, I mean, it's just a bad situation, unfortunately, that it's all just come together like this. Someone that is willing to take payment that for promoting stocks, who doesn't have that much invested into it, he's not bothered if the stock goes up or down, that obviously doesn't care, because a long-term bull that has always been really bullish and is whatever happens is going to hold it for long term, sells out of the position now because they don't care, because they're more bothered about the money side of it. They don't care about it, and it's sad to see people in here that are doing that and taking them payments and promoting and cost people their hard-earned money. And it's bad. You could just judge it from where it was at. That just no proper research, just showing news articles, not having money invested. It's just a bad situation that we've got into, that unfortunately some people will have got burnt. And yeah, you can argue that they should have done better research and look into the company a bit more, but someone that's obviously just promoting companies for their own personal gain isn't great. And hopefully where we go from here now, that person, Jack Spencer, who has done this, who's been taking payments to promote garbage stocks, that has hardly any money invested into the stock market, who doesn't care if it goes up, the ultra long-term bull that has sold out for some reason, unfortunately they're in it for their personal gain and their next paycheck. And hopefully, like I said on the video, like a month ago, I said that, hey, this guy should stop making videos on YouTube. He's not doing it for the benefit of me and you. He don't care. It's more about money for him. And a month ago I said, hey, he should stop making videos really going forward. Unfortunately, he didn't. He's carried on doing it. Probably cost even more people some hard-earned money that they've worked for now. And it's just terrible in general. And I had to make this video because it's something that I warned about. I stuck my neck out on the line, the channel out on the line, a month ago, saying, look, this is wrong. These channels are doing it wrong. There's proof that this guy and this company this company's got a history of paying people to promote the stock. You've got this channel here that is got proven records of taking payments to promote companies, and he just doesn't care, and he's got caught red-handed, and he's carried on promoting it, get that extra bit of money, and obviously now it's all fallen apart for him. And hopefully now, I don't think he will do. Maybe he has the bottle to apologise to his subscribers and say, look, hey, I'm really sorry, I did it for personal gain. I'm taking payments for all of this to promote these stocks. And hopefully he's transparent about it. I don't think he will. I don't think he's got the bottle to apologise to his audience, to the investors that would have lost money from him. I don't think he will do it. So that's a bit of a shame. But hopefully he does make the right decision now, I believe, of, step away, just step away. You've tainted the name of the YouTube scene with taking payments, with clickbaity stuff to get people in, by these glossy interviews with management team, which obviously you've got to look at a management team and go, why is a management team doing multiple interviews on YouTube with a guy that's got 30k subs when they've got $1 billion company to run? It's just wrong. And all the red flags were there, and it's all come together, and I had to just speak about it because it is a bad situation. And hey, you know, the warning signs were there, but hopefully from now the right thing is to step away. Hopefully the SEC also have a little look at this. I also think it's worth that YouTube have a look into this and how someone was able to take payments to promote so terrible things that were so clearly obvious, and it to go on for so long. It definitely needs looking into, but it's just something I want to talk about because it's something that I pointed out a few months ago, a couple of months ago now, saying that this was going on, and it's just a bad situation, and it's all now falling apart. And you know, hopefully the right things happen, and you know, the scammers, the con men do move away now, and hopefully the reputation on YouTube gets back to what it was, where it was a great place for picking up stock picks, little tips as well, and what it was, rather than these kind of clickbait 100x returns, penny stock, I have an interview with the CEO kind of thing. And you know, I just think it's one of those where I just got to, you know, say that's what happened, and it's just negative, and hopefully we can move on from here. But you know, it's something that I warned a few months ago, and yeah, hopefully too many people did see that video, and maybe you're here right now, you know, maybe hopefully that video did save you from getting burnt over the last few days, and yeah, hopefully it was useful. But I thought I'd just touch on it and my opinions on what's gone on in the market the last few days. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. If you could, smash the like button. If you are new, subscribe, that'd be absolutely amazing. I'll see you next video.